Alright. What's up, everybody, and welcome back. My name's Pig. We're doing a rare first-person viewcast, and that's because the greatest player of all time has returned to the ladder. Let's get in and take a look, and first of all, let's get rid of this travesty. What am I doing blocking his face? We don't need me on the screen. That's Serral there in the bottom right side, and he's been away for a few months, busy, obviously grinding for Gamers 8 and a bunch of other tournaments, and he finally hopped back on the ladder after a long-awaited hiatus, and we're in luck, because he ran into Clem repeatedly, multiple times, and we've seen a lot of fun games. So I've selected a few of the funnest games from these streams to cast here, first person view, and I cannot wait to see how it goes. So many questions about the patch. How does it unfold exactly? You know, what using banelings? He was using so many roaches pre-patch. Is he still using just roaches? Is he going banelings? Can he keep up with Clem's pace? Are the cyclones causing him problems? What the hell is going on? And I really especially wonder, like, are there going to be those new cyclones added in as the games go on, right? Are we seeing a single cyclone just to clear up overlords? Are we seeing Serral be much more careful with his overlord placement? Because a lot of people said, hey, a single cyclone with those Hellions pushes all your overlords back. It's really annoying. It also can pick off your queens a little bit. Or is it really not an issue because he's the GOAT and he just looks unstoppable? We're going to unmute it. You can hear his keyboard ASMR. We will accidentally speak over each other every now and then, me and Serral here, but I'll try to do my best to not step on his toes. I know in the past people got annoyed at me for sniper wolfing first-person view casts. Now you might be wondering, what's that? I know a lot of the StarCraft audience is a bit older. That's basically where you just repeat exactly what the person in the video says right after they've said it. I'll try not to do that on this one. I did that in the past because I wasn't sure people could hear exactly what he was saying or understand his accent in the case of some people. Americans. Don't worry, I'm with you guys. I also sometimes need subtitles for Serral when his Finnish accent gets very thick, but it should be good either way. Point is, I'll try to keep that first-person view commentary as on point as possible. Now, this is Oceanborn. It's a smaller to medium-sized map. There's some cool ridges on it, a few sight blockers in the middle of the map. And he's gone for a 16 hatchery build. He's seeing already a low ground wall off. And he does not seem happy with that. Now that's interesting. Is that a factory, guys? So this looks like just a normal build for Clem, but with the low ground wall off. Interesting. He's going to go link speed before third hatchery. I believe he's already got an overlord on the way. And this is factory into reactor with no marine. So the overlord gets to freely scout everything going on. And what a lovely sub alert there. Serral, after winning a match on a stage, doing a nice little double fist bump in the air. All right.
Oh, are you kidding me? I can actually go there.
He's already so tilted. He lost a single zergling, guys. Now, some of you might be out there like, man, I lost 12 drones to a liberator. This is kind of a bad start. Serral loses one zergling to Clem's Reaper. And already it is unacceptable. Are you kidding me, man? I love it.
Are on this map again. This map doesn't have many of them, I think, so. It's a bit hard because these maps have like 0 OV pillars, and now with the cyclone being everyone making like one cyclone, you kind of have to have your overlord on a pillar, otherwise he just dies instantly at the start of the game.
Okay, I love this analysis. He's saying, hey, early cyclones can just pick off your units on the pillars. So this map doesn't have many overlord pillars, so he feels like he can't get that much vision to keep track of where the Hellions and Reapers are. I love hearing that. That's exactly what we talked about. Like, kind of, does he care about it or not? He clearly does. Clem's clearly been denying a lot of his overlords.
If I would have my links in main, always does this stuff.
And he's so far got a decent defense. Looks like more Hellions just rallied out on the mini-maps. There will be 4 Hellions here momentarily. He's got a few lings to help block that. And he will be looking to drone that third base because you really want to get this third fully saturated on drones for minerals. So 16 more workers, no later than about 4 minutes 45 as a pro player. Any later than that, and especially if Clem's gone for a third command center behind this, you're going to be in big trouble. Now, that being said, these Hellions have come across the map quite early. So I actually think this might be a 2-gas opening from Clem, where he has delayed his third command center and is only just starting it about now. The Overlord's going to go in from the pillar at the front and try to scout that.
Okay, already taking out actually
Clem.
4 Hellions.
And he sees, okay, you've swapped the factory off the reactor. It must just only be 4 Hellions. He sees a Liberator coming across.
Did I see that correctly? It's uncommon.
And he just builds a Spore Crawler off on the edge. You see, that's the Liberator placement. You wouldn't put it there if it was a Banshee because it doesn't actually cover the workers. And we see that third command center is not finished yet. So indeed, it is a slightly delayed third command center. It's not the fastest third. It's also not the slowest third. It looks like it went down somewhere around 3 minutes 30 or 3:40 and should be finishing up in the near future.
Supposed to be like gonna hide my Baneling Nest, so he thinks I'm going. Oh, I lost that. Actually annoying.
All right, we're still going to see Baneling Nest. Ooh, okay, this is really interesting. I don't think he's fully happy with his opening, but this is every Serral first-person view cast, is him kind of sounding frustrated, saying, it's already over, oh my god, I'm playing so bad, this is so terrible. There's that
so much
pure
delay for no reason.
disgust in his voice. And it's so funny because, I don't know about you guys, but I get disgusted at my opponent for like doing things to beat me, and I go, screw you. Serral always just sounds like he's so disgusted with himself for making such ridiculous mistakes. I mean,
okay, so I think he has a pretty fast medivac timing with this build, so it's probably already coming.
Okay, so to move on from that point, yeah, he's already, because he saw the barracks swap over onto the factory reactor, he knows Stim's going to be out earlier.
Before, so.
And with this build, there's usually also the factory builds a reactor, swaps over with the starport, and you have 2 medevacs, 16 marines arrive just after 6 minutes. So he knows that's going to hit any moment now, and he's ready for it.
Those bailings I made.
That's not a full complement of 16 marines. Clem prioritized hitting earlier rather than hitting with a big number.
That's very little marines. Actually a little bit funny how little marines that is.
Yeah, that's like 10 marines, maybe 11. It's actually kind of weird that he pushed out. It looks like Clem maybe messed up on his macro a little, or maybe he was just prioritizing his SCV production, getting really fast engineering base. But it does lack the punch that it could have had otherwise. I like that Serral pulls back those drones on the south there. Lings are going to go for a big old backstab. Now, there is a tank on the high ground, but even its friendly fire will do a fair bit of damage. And Serral commits quite hard. He's going to get about 5 marines, a bit of mining time.
All Lings for 6 marines, couple SCVs. Well, doesn't get much worse than that.
That was a pretty bad trade. I was surprised he kept going in.
I'm going to have a hard time defending anything. Should have also making more of...
I love how upset he is with that trade. Okay, so what he should have done there...
Roach map, because now he's just going to put tanks like here, and I think I'm just going to lose.
Oh, okay, so there's an abusive tank position over to the left that he feels he can't deal with Lingbane, so he kind of needs to keep backstabbing. And exactly, okay, so that apparently is the position of siege. I think he just has to give this base up and move to the right side of the map. But you can tell Serral's not happy with the position. This is the position where sometimes Serral makes bad calls because he's under so much pressure, and other times he just shows the...
for those upgrades.
He shows really good poise and calm. He's got a flank moving in from the left. He's waiting for 1-1. He's got Baneling speed. He's spreading his units. He's got to go for it. He's got to go for it because he's already aggroed by the tank. The Queen's going to go for the Liberator there. The Banelings roll on top, force the Marines to pick up. The tanks get surrounded. That was a beautiful flank.
Actually, he didn't really use any tank spots there for some reason.
Ooh, okay. So he could have put a tank further south. I think that would have been
just on the open.
harder to deal with. Yeah, he was like, hey, all the tanks were in the open. There was no tank that was kind of wedged in behind. And Serral kind of happy, feeling like Clem messed up there.
So that's not good.
He knows that Clem will go back to attacking 2 sides at once, which is why half of his army's in the top right. Good transfuses so far, but Clem does get rid of a few of the Queens.
Oh, the tanks
got to respread that creep.
He done.
Creep spreading out all over the place. We've got some creep tumors spreading up the middle as well. Struggling to get that 4th fully saturated, though. I feel like Serral's only on about 70, maybe 72 drones. I don't think he's about up to 80 yet. And Clem is a guy who just never stops expanding. So his 4th is probably already landed. This feels like he's behind. He's just started an infestation pit. He's finally taking like his 6th gas. But look at that. On the bottom, there's another big push. Oh, Borrowed Banelings are there. At least they see the push coming. And he maybe gets them on the retreat, actually. Oh, here we go. Marines come in, get a Queen. You got to be careful about losing too many of those Queens. But look at that. Sets off a Widowmine. He defuses that one. I don't know if he has that many Overseers or Overlord speed. There we go. Overlord speed is about halfway done. He's got Overseers.
ASAP.
I need Overseers ASAP. Yep, I agree, Serral.
Too bad this game.
We're not... Yeah, he's not. I like that he is kind of realizing, look, yes, it's not absolutely horrible. You did okay. Like, yes, a few things haven't gone according to plan. But he's had a few moments like clearing up those tanks that really do take away from Clem's earlier momentum. Clem's now transferred into full Widowmine style. The 4th base is blocked by burrowed Zergling, so he's stopping Clem from getting that. He actually had those units burrowed, ready to counterattack, which is so clever, so that they can't be spotted. He's managed to defend in 2 places.
Where did my units go?
Where did my units go? Oh, okay. Looks like he must have taken a bad Widowmine hit. when he was looking elsewhere.
Maybe I just thought I had all the units, but in reality
He sends lings forwards. You'll notice he split the lings forward to see if there was a Widowmine on the ramp. They would have set that off, but oh, there's another one to the left. I was just saying he'd prepared in case there was a Widowmine there, and of course it was just a bit down to the left, whereas we were expecting it up to the right, maybe, if anything. So that kind of hurts a little bit. He's got to keep his army split. If he can get in on the rally, it's good.
Here. What the hell?
But it's kind of difficult. This map is not that big. Oh, the Widowmines. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, these Widowmines. And, of course, Clem's trying to just lure him into a wave of them. And look at that. That's a Widowmine drop, guys. You can tell that's a Widowmine drop 100% because it was going straight towards the mineral line. I know that's kind of a real small thing, but a marine drop would drop behind the mineral line immediately as soon as it gets over ground. A Widowmine drop instead boosts directly into the mineral line to try to get those maximum splashies off, and it's now hit Serral's third. He's not watching. Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay, this is actually really cool.
I'm gonna try to kill this bottom base.
Twitch chat's pointing out I'm a genius. People can't get angry at me.
I'm in big trouble.
I'm in big trouble. I freaking love it. I love it. I love what Serral's just like. So he's not happy with where he is.
Actually, I think.
Remember, anytime Serral's not ahead in a game, he's very upset. It's an unacceptable situation for him to not be ahead in a game of StarCraft. And he wants to rectify it quick fast. He's got a lot of banelings on the south. He's just pushed that army back, which means he can kill the planetary now. Oh, that Widowmine was not great. But look at that. If he can get the banelings in up on the SCVs, that'd be great. He could also have detonated those banelings in the middle to kill both command centers. But as long as he can kill it and run away, that's going to be a good move.
Should be game over, pretty much, actually killing that base.
Within the space of a minute, this is a bad position. This is looking really bad into... Oh, this is game over. I killed his fourth. I think I've won now because he got the... Oh, big burrowed banelings. Because he killed the fifth base that was building, and he killed the fourth, and he gets a bird mine.
Don't tell me I had nothing here. Okay, he doesn't think he has time to kill the base, actually.
Oh, okay, so he's realizing that hatchery could have been sniped there because he was out of position, but Clem doesn't realize.
Anymore, so that's bad. But
a little bit of luck there for Serral. He's way ahead right now. But the Widowmine plus with the Marauders coming in, it's very hard to deal with Marauder Widowmine because Marauders are tanky, Widowmines do giant splash damage. And you know what? Good enough dodges by Serral, to be honest. There is still a big army. You don't want to fight this with pure Ling Bane necessarily because you want to try and backstab them. You want to counterattack. You don't want to fight this front on. There's so many Widowmines in here, and that is a big problem. Okay, we got the Ling Bane there as well. Oh my god. Queen's trying to do what they can. Oh, the hatchery's going to go down potentially. Marauder's very good at sniping that. It's hard to see exactly where all the Widowmines are underneath. Oh, but look at that. He's
that base. What the hell?
He's like, he hasn't even started retaking it. He's realizing how all in Clem is right now. He loses a hatchery, but knowing there's no fourth for Terran, he just drops a new one down and says, well, I'm still on 4 bases. He
even have this base and he has this many units.
Yes, well, I mean, this is his last army. He's all in. I love how Serral's actually commenting like a Gold League player in chat. He's like, how does he have this many units? He doesn't even have that base. This was the army that he built before that base died, but you know what? Even the adrenaline and the pace of playing Clem gets to Serral. I love it. And even he is like, how does he still have so much? But you gotta realize in the previous trade, Serral was blowing up his Ling Bane mostly to kill economy, not army. But now that he's cleared a few of those armies while still mining so much more, he should be massively, massively ahead. And that's going to be a really big issue. Pig, what's a good answer for Marauders from Zerg? Well, the Marauders aren't the problem. It's the fact that the Marauders are tanky and they clump up. So your Ling Bane clumps up around the Marauders and then the Widowmines get massive shots. That's what ruins you. So you just have to be very good at spreading your units out.
Units on 2 sides. It's literally like the basic concept of this matchup and I just don't do it. Like, it's so freaking awful. It's actually just so bad.
To be fair, Serral's correct. It is a basic concept of this matchup. You always keep your army in 2 squads on each side of the map. And he keeps grouping everything together, and it's costing him unnecessary damage on his economy. It's giving Clem a chance in this game. Whereas he should have been out of control, whereas now Clem has a new 4th in the top. He's lifted what I think is his main down there to that 5th base. If he lets Clem back to 5 bases, he's letting Clem back into a game, which he should not have let him back into. That being said, Serral is going for Lurkers. Lurkers are amazing. They are so, so very good. There's SCVs rallying there. Oh, that parasitic bomb was good, but Clem is so quick. He splits it off before it does any splash damage to the other ones at all. Those Widowmines have already fired on the previous wave. If those Banelings get in the mineral line, that's going to be huge. And oh, that's massive. This was the point where Clem was about to stabilize, start getting into ghosts and other tech and causing him problems, but getting rid of that base is very good.
It's supposed to be, in my opinion.
All right, look at this, just defusing these Widow Mines very well. Lets an Overseer take one, lets a few Zerglings take a few, denies the 5th mining, and Clem's mining is in absolute shambles. Clem's done a very good job of keeping a lot of the SCVs alive in these scenarios, but he's losing so much mining time, and you know some of those Banelings want to burrow on their way out. Burrow in the mineral line, will he? Yeah, he's going to try and burrow them there. I think Clem was probably watching, but you never know. Yeah, Clem does scan and clean up those Banelings that he left in the mineral line. Another 2 burrow on the ramp, though, as well. Serral's still got so much control, but it is kind of funny to see him. Does he split his army in 2 now? Because he was talking about that concept of the matchup, but I think he feels he's got enough map control.
Ghosts. Actually, really low supply. Well, I'm not for low supply exactly, but...
He's surprised there's ghosts this early, but he's about to get lurkers, so either ghosts or tanks or libs are needed. Burrowed Baneling right there. He's like, please, move into the Burrowed Banes, man.
Kidding me.
This is exactly what I just said. Remember, just a minute ago, he was saying, oh my god, the concept of this matchup, you need your army split up. And then he clumped it all again. Oh, he misses the Burrowed Baneling. That's unfortunate. And he loses a base. Clem's running around in circles on him right now, and even though Serral's had the advantage, this is something that Clem is one of the few players who could do this to Serral. When Serral is way ahead in a match against Clem, Clem is one of the few Terrans that regularly drags his way back into the game through just multi-prong harassment, and Serral kind of constantly getting caught off guard by those drops, and actually getting a little bit tilted from it as well. You can hear Serral's frustration in his voice. It's both the fuel for him being such a great player, but it can, as it can for any player, lead to him starting to kind of get a bit disorganized. Oh my god, those Widowmine drops. Good spready, but I think he lost a lot of Ling Bane up there, maybe? I don't know. The Burrowed Banelings, he's got Burrowed Banelings just to the north. Oh my god, yes! Oh, he gets a decent one, gets about 8 or 9 Marines. He's got a lot of Lurkers as well, and just a few Ghosts is not really a counter for mass Lurker, guys. But his army's... Oh, he's only got Lings up there, he doesn't have anything else? Is it enough?
Sorry if I can win that,
if he has 3-3 Adrenal, he wins that fight, but we don't really know what his upgrades are right now. Oh, watch out for the Widow Mine. Okay, so you notice he just set those Widow Mines off on those Banelings on the Widow Mines. It takes 3 Banelings to kill a Widow Mine. It's not directly cost efficient, but if that Widow Mine fires, it's going to kill like 20 Banelings. So it's worth just A-moving or clicking on the Widow Mine to detonate on it. Oh
my god, how is this game still going? I don't get it.
Serral making the classic mistake of, I already beat you, why are you still in this game? And Jesus, I can't believe I keep losing bases. Like, he does realize at the moment he's still angry about the mistakes he's made in the past few minutes, and the fact that he's giving Clem any agency.
So the whole game, I just don't get how it's still not ending, and I'm actually having such a hard time. Like he has like 1 base economy for the whole game so far. Has been pretty much like he never had more than 1 base mining.
1 base mining? I mean, it's true. The last few minutes he has been on 1 base mining, just dropping mules on like 1 base.
It's frustrating, I'll tell you that much. I mean, I'm still winning, but.
Chat says, it's not ending because of mules, pig! Well, it's not ending because Serral keeps letting his bases get sniped. Let's be real, guys. 100% Clem is a beast, and mules do keep Terran in the game a bit longer than they would otherwise. But oh my god, it's actually funny.
This game is just really frustrating.
Serral is so tilted right now. It is insane. He is so tilted. He's like...
So close, even though this game was over ages ago. No boy,
so close, even the game was over. So, you know, he really feels like, oh god, like, this is not acceptable for my level of play to let a game be this close when I've been this ahead for this long. He doesn't have Overseers here. I do like those Abducts. Abducts a couple Ghosts in. Not bad, not bad. Ghosts are high-value targets. You know, for those out there who watch the Manosphere, you know you got to find yourself a high-value man if you're a lady out there looking for love. And likewise, if you're a Viper, you know, you're just trying to abduct the highest value Terran. You know, I don't know where this analogy is going. I just know Serral's tilted. All right, guys, we got a rematch here on Equilibrium. Let me just check. We've got the...
lurkers faster. Would have been...
up to about 30% volume there. He reckons he could have got those lurkers faster. Other people were saying he could have killed them with just Ling Bane earlier, before the lurkers. And he's like, yeah, I don't know if I could have. Now, this map's interesting because there is a crazy gold base on it.
Thanks for the Coco.
Hard to defend that against Terran. And Serral's kind of a conservative player. I'm sure Clem might consider taking it with his, like, 4th base as well. But this map is like really crazy, and like Zerg versus Protoss, if you can secure that gold base, it gives you such an advantage. And I really wonder if it comes into play here in Terran versus Zerg at all. Yeah, maybe just as a 4th base onwards for both sides, but it's the one that's kind of down in the middle bottom, I guess, in kind of the middle of the map. I guess it's the only base other than the one just below the main that's in the kind of middle of the map. And so far you can see there it is.
Expand on this map. I'll try the triangle.
Okay, he's going to go for the triangular 3rd base. Interesting.
The Ultra base seems nicer just because expands towards the gold base, but at the same time, I think that's necessary. Still take it as my 4th. I'm probably just taking on 5th against Terran actually.
He's thinking he'll take the gold base only as a 5th against Terran. That's interesting.
With the roaches, I think I could take it as 4th.
If he plays roaches, he thinks he can take it as his 4th a bit earlier, but with Lingbane, probably no. That's kind of what you'd be thinking. Roaches are a better army for fighting in the short term, but they don't scale as well, so you want to use them to secure more dangerous bases earlier, assuming you're macroing up, and then make that hive tech transition into Lurker Viper or Brood Lords or back into Lingbane.
It's a bit risky, not so long, but...
Gets away with a pretty standard hatchery first here. Normal SCV scout timing comes in.
Anyways, so.
I think because
the
Clem doesn't play a lot of 2x Reaper. I think that's a big part of why Serral doesn't play a lot of 15 hatch, 15 pool versus him.
This is probably going to block this one as well. I'll actually hide my drone there.
Nice. Hiding the drone up top, a very good idea. Hasn't seen the Reaper yet, I don't think. What if it isn't a Reaper? Oh no, the Reaper's in the main. There we go, never mind. Comes back, takes the 3rd. He knows the SCV is at his side of the map. That's why he do that. And I notice he stopped building the hatchery, and the reason is he needed money to build the Spore Trick. That was an incredibly fast reaction there, where he queued the 3rd. He then used... He's like, oh, I might not have minerals. Quickly, stop building the 3rd, start the Spore, then restart the 3rd. Obviously, he didn't cancel it.
New maps, like all of them. Like it's like I think this whole map has like only these 2 pillars, like they only
like
pillars in the whole map that you can hide stuff on.
Not that many pillars on the maps, and pillars are more important than ever with that new Cyclone. Something that Serral, you can tell he's a little bit like,
Maybe it always was like that. Maybe the maps didn't have too many pillars.
Maybe, well, that's kind of what I was thinking.
Because
I'm like, yeah.
People didn't make cyclones, but now one cyclone can kill all your overlords. So.
Thank you, Pudgy, for the sub.
Your overlords.
We've actually turned off our sub alert, so I have no idea why that's making noise. I apologize, everyone. It's bad enough we've got Serral's alerts on. I don't mean to have my sub alerts on as well. They are meant to be muted, but apparently Pudgy is such a cool supporter of the stream that they've broken the way the sub alerts work. Anyways, Hellions and Reapers are going to start poking in. The Queens are nicely split. He's got them on 2 different control groups so far. He's trying to protect those creep tumors. If he can get those tumors finished, that's going to connect his bases, make him a lot safer.
Couple links there. That there. Actually, I'm going to play Muta here.
Yeah, a couple Zerglings to try and help if the Hellions run past. On this sort of map, though, I would...
7 queens.
It kind of sucks as Terran to deny creep because you've got so many paths to spread creep on. And you've actually got quite a bit of rotation path, much like it was on...
it's 2-1-1 again.
2-1-1 again. Okay, so what that means is 2 barracks, 1 factory, 1 starport after the 3rd command center. This means Clem's going to be hitting him once again with pretty early medevac marine pressure off just 4 Hellions. So after 4 Hellions or 2 Hellions to control the creep.
Against this crap.
Nice Spore Pillar.
After all.
Did he say Mutalisks against this crap? I think he might. This map doesn't seem good for Mutalisks personally, because I don't think you can get them past him. I may have misheard what he was saying. Sometimes I do repeat what Serral says just because my brain's trying to pass exactly what he said, guys. I apologize.
I'm just gonna read here a little bit.
Ooh. Okay, 4th base is gonna go down in the bottom.
The gases.
He is taking a lot of gas. Yeah, that's a Spire build, guys. Oh, so he's gonna try and play Mutalisks, because this is one of the few ways to shut down the Terran pressure really hard and kind of force them back to their side of the map. I think he's like, screw this. He just wants to be basically chipping away at me with Marines and Medevacs all day. Mutas is something that can punish that. If he doesn't realize I'm playing Mutalisks, I can just charge over him. Now, Bailing Speed is not started. There we go. Does start that up. He's got Queens at the 3rd, Lings in the main. Hey, gets a Marine kill, not bad. His link count's really low right now, so he definitely needs to be building more zerglings.
7 queens should be easy pickings. Can't challenge this.
You can't chase off creep though. Okay, he does pull back on creep because obviously off
Why
creep
am I here with
doesn't
my
have
links,
transfuse. He does want to defend his creep if possible though. Those creep tumors are fresh, as you can see. He wants those creep tumors to finish. He says, hey, if you want to deny this creep, you need to invest a
creep not
scan.
getting down here? What is this?
You need the creep started below the cliff for a creep tumor to spread below the cliff. This is the way it always works. And there's only once the tumor on the right spread creep across the gap because they're on the same level. A chasm, I don't think blocks it. But if it's an actual elevation difference, which is what he was dealing with, it actually affects it. I can explain that more at the end of the video. If you guys want it, let me know in Twitch chat and I might be able to do that.
+1.
Okay, he's going for +1 there as well.
Actually taking this place maybe first in this specific situation.
It's going to be really interesting to see, because if he can catch the first double drop with the muters, you can swing the game way in your favor. But if Clem realizes what's up, you can end up in a bit of trouble. The thing is, Clem doesn't scout that much, right? He plays very standard, kind of relies on just seeing what's up. Notice how Serral has the Spire control grouped with the Mutalisks. Oh, he just showed it. I think he just made the mistake of showing the Mutalisk, but I don't know if Clem realized. He's going to go for it now. He's going for the big surround. He wants to chase this army down, guys. And notice Clem's trying to get across a ledge, somewhere where he can drop and deal with the Mutalisks without the Banelings being able to hit him. He sends a medevac as a bait. That was clearly an empty medevac. Clem was saying, hey, take the empty medevac as long as you don't kill the full ones. But oh,
that's what we like to see.
That's what we like to see. He gets at least
many
one full medevac.
Going down. Now we just can eco up.
That's the surprise he was looking for. Mutalisk is not the most solid play, but people don't expect them. People don't expect them. You never expect the Mutalisks.
There seems to be a lot of movement behind.
There's crazy dead space on pretty much every new map in the pool around, and these are these dead areas around the back of the bases. It gives you crazy muta mobility. And I actually thought this map didn't have as much, which is why I said it's bad for Mutalisks, but it looks like just like the rest of the map pool, it has an insane amount. I can hide
my stuff behind. And it seems like easily.
Yeah, it's ridiculous how much space there is on the edges of this map. It's actually crazy. He did just block his own base on the top there with that creep tumor. That may come back to bite Serral in the butt because he's so focused on his Mutalisk, he hasn't noticed. He's trying to kind of
trap me.
Micro muters, add upgrades, inject, spread creep.
Micro muters out of this world at this point.
And keep rotating. He's got an insane economy.
Well. I don't think he can match this.
Yeah, he's basically saying, look, I'm up to like 85 drones. We can just outscale him now. And I think Serral's engagement in the strategy of ZVT, he's like, yeah, especially if Clem doesn't get the gold base. If he can just deny Clem's gold base while he mines his gold base, it's going to give him so much momentum on top of killing those drops before. Okay. Oh, finds a Widow Mine, real nice. There are Thors out now, so you've got to be careful about clumping up near Thors.
I don't know if I want to go back there right now.
Yeah, he's like, not sure if he wants to get those Mutalisks cornered. Dropping changelings.
Considering how much map control I have.
It's a big map, so definitely you want to use this map control moment to spread creep really hard, and that is something he could be doing a slightly better job on. The creep is good, but it could be great.
He does have that base. Oh gosh, he's gonna play passive, isn't he? That's hard against Mutas at least, so that's good.
I love how frustrated he's like, oh, come on, because I think he knows this is an easy win if Clem attacks into him. But if Clem turtles up, he knows this game could drag on for a while longer, and he's kind of frustrated by that because his hive is very late. He's on Massling Bane. He wants to fight now. He's going to try and go in. There's Widow Mines, though. You can't engage Widow Mines and turrets at the same time. It's very dangerous. He's trying to dance in and out of range of the Widow Mines. But if you can one-shot those mines...
That was an idiotic mistake.
That was an idiotic mistake. I wouldn't call it idiotic. But for Serral, the standard of an idiotic mistake, that's understandable for us mere mortals. Straying a bit too long.
So low. I thought I made a lot of them, but I guess I didn't.
His gas count is not that high. That is true. So he's got a lot of minerals in the bank, though, which is the most important thing. And You can get up to Ultra Tech. Ultras are a little cheaper this patch, and they're always a good unit when you're ahead in Zerg vs. Terran for swarming over and denying bases with Ling Bane support. So I think Ultra and Fester would be the standard way to kind of follow this position up. But we'll see what he chooses to go for. He could do it with pure Ling Bane. He's got the numbers. Especially if he gets rid of the Widow Mines with the Mutas. That can actually be kind of amazing. Oh, look at that. So the Banelings go after the Marines. The Lings take off those. And if he gets the Banelings on top of the repairing SCVs, the Planetary focus them down really well. There's one more Baneling in there. Oh my god, those SCVs are so weak. The Metamax kind of helping keep some of them alive. It's trying to take out yet another Widow Mine. And he does get some good damage, but doesn't kill the base. And quite a lot of the SCVs do survive. And look at that. Oh, his spreadies on the Zerglings. He doesn't even bother hold positioning much anymore. Serral has gotten so good at selecting the front-running Zergling that he can just grab it while it's sprinting across the screen, peel it off to in a different direction. That's the creep tumor I was talking about, guys. He just went to take that top base.
Oh, he has a tank.
My man.
And there is a siege tank there stopping his Baneling run base on the north. Gold base super exposed. Clem has the army to defend this, but it's not in position. So all he needs to do is kind of like get rid of the base while Clem's out of position. But Clem actually reacts really well.
Fight, but it'll have to do.
It's not a great fight, but as he says, he's got so much money in the bank that kind of any fight's a good fight right now, as long as he keeps trading with Clem.
By not doing anything, I'm slowly.
Yeah, his creep spread has been very slow considering how much map control he's had.
Keeping up all my lead.
There was a creep tumor that should have spread up on the right. Oh, I love how Serral's become such a streamer. He actually commentates so much more. I used to do these first-person view casts, and I literally could cast the entire time, and he'd never say anything. And now he commentates like 80% of the game. It's kind of funky, so I apologize for speaking over him, gang, but man, he's just such a god of Zerg vs. Terran. Okay, Ghosts are out as well. He's got to be careful about those Widow Mines. Oh, looks like a big one.
Oh my gosh, how did the thing again kill everything? How does it always hit the Widow Mine? What the hell?
I think he targeted it. I think Clem might have actually manually targeted that one. Wait, oh, does Clem not have 3-3? Surely he has 3-3. Clem is known for forgetting upgrades.
Always hit center mass, like always. No freaking observers here anymore.
No overseers anymore.
I didn't see a Widow Mine there, but it killed like 50 Banelings. Anyways.
I love how angry he is about that hit. This is like actually like when Serral echoes Reddit balance complaints, it makes me so happy because you're like, oh, he is a gold player at heart too. He too once was a normie. He too complains about Widow Mines killing all of his Banelings. He's gonna roll forward, dude. Clem is getting amazing engagements off creep.
Not the prettiest.
Not the prettiest is a bit of an understatement. That was an awful engagement, cost for cost, but he's so rich. If he can follow this up with a good fight or two, it can be good. It's just right now I'm worried that Clem is maxed and maybe starting to bank resources off that gold base. As long as the thing is, you can kind of count on Clem overextending into you. Like Clem's middle name is super aggro crazy man Terran. That's his whole style, is getting overly aggressive. And even on turtle maps like Neo Humanity, he was famous for kind of almost throwing games, people would say, by being too aggressive when he needed to turtle up. I've seen Raynor backstage at events kind of cheering for Clem because they are kind of buddies, even though they are rivals, and going, come on, just defend, just turtle for a minute, get your planetaries and ghosts and you'll win. And Clem immediately unsieges and moves across the map and shoves onto creep and gets surrounded by the Zerg. So it will give opportunities to this kind of mobile Zerg army.
Freaking Widow Mines everywhere, man.
There actually are Widow Mines everywhere. He needs more Overseers mixed in constantly and spread around the map. The Banelings are going to clear this base, though. He's getting some damage finally. And remember, Clem's been behind on money for a long time, so it's going to be hard for Clem to keep up with this momentum. He's trying to kill the depot on the top right so that he can break out a path out. There's Widow Mines everywhere. Clem's done such a good job putting those Widow Mines everywhere, but I got to say, even though Serral's taking a few nasty Widow Mine shots, the vast majority of them, he's actually not taken damage from. We haven't seen much burrow usage this game. I think he might have forgotten it, guys, because I feel like those units there probably should have tried to burrow. They were cornered, but I don't think we've seen him use it just yet.
Actually, I have Terry Pulico now. Oh my, I cancelled out my ult.
He never hovers over the work account in the top right, or if he does... Wait, did that say 56 drones, guys? Am I blind? We've got to do a quick instant rewind.
Actually, I have Terry Pulico now.
Stare at the top right. Stare at the top right. What's it say? What's it say? 79. Okay, 79 drones. So it's a terrible economy of 79 workers, guys. Obviously, if you think you're at 100 drones and you're just throwing Banelings away, comparatively 79 workers is terrible, I guess. But I don't think it was... I think the moment he said that, he then hovered over the drone count to confirm, and I think even he was surprised, going, oh, okay, I thought it was a little lower. All right, Muta's going to go for those turrets on the left side as well. Oh, there was a Widow Mine in there, but it actually hits all the SCVs as well. And that means if he kills both bases at once, that's massive. The SCVs took massive bounce damage. The Banelings are going to roll in there. He saves some of his units. It looks like he will get a bunch of Marines. The Planetary is going to get low. Banelings rolling into Marauders and Thors.
This is like the worst game ever played. But at least I have a burrowed Ultra there.
Oh, he did burrow an Ultralisk. He's got the burrowed Ultralisk.
Like the worst game ever.
This is the worst game ever. I love it. Me playing new maps I'm not as used to. Figuring them out, getting adjusted.
Didn't even kill the base.
It feels like I'm...
Bailings there. I was so sure it would die, but I guess...
I feel like I'm falling down the steps. Watching Serral's worst game ever on a new map pool, kind of figuring things out. It's like a man, you know, racing a racing track, and he's like, oh man, I'm +1 seconds on my normal time on a competitive track. This is appalling. This is disgusting. Like spits on the ground and walks off in disgust. For me, I literally smashed the car into the first corner, like into a tree, and wrapped my car around and go, oh, this, I don't know this track very well.
I don't know how I'm gonna ever get it.
Banelings rolling in right now. Planetary goes down. Denying these bases is huge. Clem's running out of resources, and Serral just has more bases to mine from. And unlike that last one where Clem kept sniping his bases, that hasn't really happened because you can't be sniping his bases, doing drops, and dealing with Mutalisks on the back, and these onslaughts of Lingbane on the front.
It's supposed to be so easy. Well, it's never easy.
I like that we're watching two games where apparently, according to the early game, it's meant to be easy.
Win games with,
And Serral's kind of self-coaching himself right now, saying, look, it's not really meant to be easy. You know this, Serral. It's always hard to win games. This is what StarCraft is.
Yeah, it's never easy.
I love hearing players go into that self-coaching mode where you can tell they're trying to get their head screwed on straight when they're a little bit tilted. It's always so insightful about how they think about the game.
Oh, this hill here. That's cool.
Hey, the Burrow Ultra is going to come up and try and kill some depots. Let's go. Oh, that was really nice. That was a really slick move. The wherewithal to split Zerglings in these little run-bys in the midst of that while unburrowing an Ultralisk at the same time, that's what makes him so great. Clem's positioning is disgusting, though. Seriously, every single fight ends up deep off creep with Clem surrounding the army because he pulls back in all directions, and it feels like every time Serral's trying to punch a hole through the line and he just ends up encircled. It's actually crazy how good Clem's on-the-fly positioning is. Serral loses a base in the bottom as well. He's still got a massive bank, and there's not many workers here, but it's definitely going to be something with that bottom middle base. If he can deny that again, he wins the game, I believe. But if he can't deny that, he can't get any new bases up. That's the thing. He's even removing unburrowed Zerglings from Clem's side of the map now, realizing, well, I need more bases. I'm going to take the top left.
I wonder what kind of base does he have here?
I don't think it's a planetary yet. I don't think there was time for a planetary to get up. Yeah, with no planetary, he's like, wait a second, I can probably bust through. And that's the momentum that we're talking about. He's got so much momentum, man. Get out of there? No, he's going to go for it. Oh, Mad Dog Serral is going to chase here. That's an interesting engagement for sure. I thought he would pull back. I mean, he gets some trades.
We don't mind him to die.
Not great trades, but they are trades. Kills a few turrets. He's got some more guys coming in from the north right now. Ultraling pulling back on the south. Remember, Ultras save 25 minerals per Ultra. Banelings, we haven't really seen them look too much weaker, have we? This is kind of fascinating. Now, to be fair, we did think Marine Tank beyond Focus Fire and like 8 racks 3 base pushes would be more where you see the weakness of the new Baneling. And Clem has played Widowmine styles. Widowmines are not changed against the new Baneling. Widowmines always one-shot Banelings with their splash damage, and the hit points don't change that. So this is not the style from Clem where you would expect to see the biggest change. That being said, these maps are pretty good for Widowmines because they're big, spread-out maps. But I do wonder, is the Baneling way weaker on the smaller maps against a dedicated Marine tank push? And we're just not seeing it here because it's early days. And obviously, there's only so much we see in these videos. I think there's one thing we definitely know so far in the new patch, and that's Serral is still Serral. I don't know if we're ever going to be able to take away his Serralness. I feel like at this point we could put him on a 50% hit point handicap and he'd still be making it to the top 4 of tournaments. There's going to be like a patch notes in a year or two. It's going to be like, our aim is to lower the overall power level of Serral as he's winning too much stuff. So we've nerfed all units, specifically in Serral games, all Zerg units, and we're hoping that he only wins half of the tournaments this year. Clem's doing a great job of expanding to the bottom. This is actually a bit of a barn burner. Fewlings are going to get a few SCVs. He's got Infestors burrowed on both sides, though. Those Infestors are very big potential units that could get massive damage. Ultra gets sniped there. Clem's trying to push a bit too deep, though. Oh, that fungal from behind, guys. There's an Infestor from behind. Oh, God. Serral's setting up the trap. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, but he saves all the units. Baneling's hit a little bit, but he didn't have a second Infestor. If he had another fungal units can't load into the medevac. But the moment the fungal ran out, most of his units were still alive. He picks up boost to safety. Whilst he does lose control of an expansion there, he keeps that giant army alive. And Serral, you could hear his kind of sigh of disgust because he knew he pulled off a 1 in 100 surround fungal, but he didn't have the
an idiotic
finishing
game, let's be honest here, for once in our lives.
An idiotic game, let's be honest, for once in our lives. I love it. Serral, this is why Serral has become one of the greatest StarCraft Twitch streamers, if not the greatest in the last year. He's becoming more unfiltered, more kind of humorous. And that there is not even him trying to be humorous. That is just him being straight up honest and saying, all right, I'm just going to give you guys my unfiltered thoughts. I hate the way I'm playing in this game. Oh my God. He does land a good unburrow fungal. Remember, fungal cast range is reduced by 1.
I did win the game eventually, but obviously a little bit embarrassing that this game was over 15 minutes ago and it's still going.
Old Widowmine dropping the top. He's not happy this game was over 15 minutes ago, he reckons. That would be 7 minutes into the game. That's a brave assertion, Serral. I like it. I like it. That Ultra running around cannot catch those Widowmines in time. That Infest, how the hell did he get a fungal off before that went down? I don't even know. That one gets a fungal off on the left as well. He's attacking from all sides. The Widowmine's not getting the best shots. The Medevac's taking tons of damage, even though there's only like a few Mutalisks left over here. And man, what a crazy game this has been. He's got another Burrowed Infestor. He's so good at keeping those spread out all over the map. He's so good at using those Infestors. Finally, those Widowmines, man. Clem's still doing Widowmine drops, still microing that around in the top, finding damage, but he's out of money. Oh my gosh. Hope you enjoyed this one. Thank you very much for watching. I love watching Serral's first person view. It's such an insight into the mind of the greatest player of all time and how absolutely unacceptable every single minor mistake is. It goes back to losing a single Zergling at game 1 and the utter disgust on his face, his expression after losing a single Zergling to a Reaper. That's why we love you, Serral. Thanks so much. If you guys want to watch Serral stream, go check him out, twitch.tv/Serral. He streams usually at least once a week when he's on the grind of streaming. And if you sub to his stream, you can watch all of his videos, which is how I find these fantastic games for you. So go over to there. There's a link down below in the description. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Goodbye and good night.